What's up, everybody? Welcome back to FNG Academy. I just had a quick announcement. I'm proud to say that we've been helping people get selected for 3 years now. I've been getting a lot of messages about people thanking us and saying that they just graduated from selection and they got selected. People graduating the Q course. One of my buddies just sent me a video from the Charlie committee. He asked, if you guys have ever heard of the FNG Academy, raise your hands. And all their hands went up, and it just filled me with pride. So part of the way that we do that is making sure that you guys are physically fit and ready for selection. And the way we've been doing that for the past couple of years is by sending you to a Green Beret we know and trust, Kevin over at 18 Alpha Fitness. So if you want to get selected, you need to be in the best shape possible, and you need a programmer who knows what they're talking about. So go check out Kevin over at 18 Alpha Fitness. Use code word BUCK to get a discount. Tell him we sent you and hook you up. Congrats to everyone who's been getting selected lately, and we'll see you guys on the next one.
What's up, guys? Welcome to this episode of Beers and Breakdowns. I got myself and my man's Curtis.
What's up?
In this episode, we're gonna do, we're starting a new series, and the series is called Six. So on the back of such a successful SEAL team show, or a SEAL show, SEAL team.
Yeah.
You guys loved it. You loved us breaking down SEAL team. We love that show, and I'm gonna keep doing every episode with my man's Kurt or whoever's with me. We love that show so much. We're not gonna skip episodes. It's so good.
Yeah.
And each episode just provides so much to break down and to look at and to talk about. It's really, really fun show to do. So we decided, let's jump into another SEAL show.
Gotta be good, right?
Gotta be good. Coming off a SEAL team, people know how to do it now. They have a perfect example of what a good show looks like. And we didn't check out Terminal List. We checked out a even better show, which I would argue is better than Terminal List. Six. What's up, guys? Welcome to season 1, episode 1 of 6.
Yeah. So this is one of these shows, like around this time frame when SEAL Team came out,
I love this. This is one of those shows that
look.
I don't want to say sucks, but
I was when all these shows came out, I had a lot of free time on my hands at the time. I was getting out of the military, and so I wanted to watch these shows. So we had SEAL Team that came out, another show called Valor came out, another show, which I can't even remember the name, came out, and then Six all came out around the same time. And I talked about this a little bit on the first SEAL Team that we did, but I forgot about Six. Because this is one...
I can't imagine how you forgot about
There
Six.
was some bad shows, right? This is one that I watched one episode, and you guys know, you don't like Terminal List. I stayed around for the full season.
You did.
We
I don't
differ.
know
We
how.
have a lot of differing opinions. This is one that I will say I could not go any further on.
That's how I felt about Terminal List. But I will give you that Six is a worse show than Terminal List for sure.
Okay.
I think Terminal List is bad. I don't care that in this community we can't be open and honest because someone might have us on their podcast or someone won't let us on their podcast. We don't care here. We film our own content. We're all internal. We do our own podcast. We don't need anyone else's views. So I'm going to be honest. I thought Terminal List was ass. But I also thought this was far more ass. Like this was
This was bigger ass.
This was bigger ass. No, that's a good thing. This
was less
This
ass?
was less ass?
I don't know.
Less ass, but more ass?
It was less and more at the
less
same time.
cheek, more hole. This was such a bad
I
show.
haven't even started the show
I
yet.
haven't even got into it, but this show was straight up poopy dukes, my people.
Six, season 1, episode 1.
Let's go,
Less
boys.
cheek, more hole.
Dude, just the worst gunfight scene ever.
It lacked complete emotion.
Nothing. So like, there's so many things going wrong with this first gunfight scene, like which is their opener to the whole thing.
It's their pilot episode.
It's their pilot episode.
This is what's going to make or break the entire series, essentially.
First of all, you have guys up in the hilltops, like Afghan soldiers that know how to fight, and they're not stupid. But somehow in this show, they're stupid, and they're only going to go 75 meters up a mountain and just go peekaboo. It's like whack-a-mole. They're just like popping up, and then all of a sudden the guy that's shooting at those guys gets shot in the back, and they're all still taking cover on that side.
Yeah.
So that's if you're exfilling out of a vehicle, call it the dirty side. So if you're driving a vehicle and you start getting shot from, let's say, the west, and that's your dirty side. So you exfil out of the clean side, which is the east. Obviously, you don't want to get shot.
Undercover.
Undercover. It's real simple. So these guys have the vehicle cover from the mountaintop, and then the Terp gets shot in the back, and they still are taking cover on the dirty side. There. So they're just staying there.
It's like somebody clearly just got hit
right,
from
there's
that
a guy
position.
Right there. And you're not shooting at him. You're not like trying to figure out where he's at. You're just like,
It's like, oh, I got shot in the back. Don't worry about him.
That guy sucks. Don't worry about that guy. He only shoots Terps. Like, what the hell is going on here? And then just the fact that the guys are so close, just popping up. I've been in so many gunfights, not so many, but I've been in a lot of gunfights in Afghanistan. And you could almost, you're either, which I have a video of, I'm either back to back with the guy, we're either right next to the people, like a foot or two away, CQB.
Separated by a wall or something.
Right. Or you're so far away that you can't see them, and all you see is gunfire, muzzle flash, and rounds exploding, and it sucks. Even worse than seeing this. But you almost never get to see it's just like 5 guys popping in their heads up, 75 meters away. It's just so stupid. Yeah. This gunfight is hot ass.
It's like if you're gonna do a show without much research, you'd be like, oh, we'll have a guy pop up here, have a guy pop up here. It's just kind of like this.
And what
emotionless game of whack-a-mole,
right?
Almost.
And what does every horrible Afghanistan war time frame movie do? They put all the Afghans in their typical covering their face with their heads covered. Like, that's not what they look like.
Yep.
Like, come on, guys, you could do better than this. Stop putting everyone in Afghanistan in the Foot Clan.
Like a Halloween ninja costume or something.
It's literally, they went to, what's that?
Spirit Halloween?
Yeah, they went to Spirit Halloween. They said, we need 15 ninja outfits, please.
Do you have any Afghanistan outfits? No, but I got these ninja costumes on sale.
Perfect.
Send it.
Oh my gosh, this is the worst gunfight scene ever, dude.
Yeah.
First of all, is he still sucking the dude's from Sons of Anarchy while he's talking? Bro.
I can't. Every time I look at him, I just see him dressed up in drag like in Sons of Anarchy.
He was
I can't get over it.
Way better drag queen
that's the bad
Sons
thing.
of Anarchy than he was in this
There's
show.
a few characters, right? You've got the pie from American Pie, who will never get past that role. Jason Bateman, or no, not Bateman, but I forget, Jason Briggs or something. That's his name. No matter what I see in he's the pie.
Apple pie, baby.
Exactly. We'll tell your mother we ate it. This guy will forever be the Stig's, I think his name was Stig or whatever, his girlfriend from Sons of Anarchy.
Yeah, as soon as he showed up, it was just like, that's your... Nice.
That's maybe he got out of the SEALs and went and he was like, oh, I'll be my true self.
Which has happened before.
Actually, numerous times.
Okay, so
it's not funny. It's not
funny. Do it. You do you, boo. With this scene, it's just ridiculous because the whole firefight is so close. Everything is so close. They're calling out targets that are like right there. Mm-hmm. Like, bro, you're in the worst scenario. You're in CQB. And you're in the open. You're not even in a house. So the whole gunfight is too close. Everything is too close. And they're calling in close air support. And it's like, that's not close air, bro. That's on your position. Yeah. You're gonna die.
That's like danger, like more than danger close.
Yeah, you're more danger close. Like, it's on your position. You're like broken arrow at that point. Yeah. You're 75 meters from the targets that you're shooting at. And everyone's just running around. All the Afghans are in like one-piece suits. Like the tops are like, they just get done selling Toyotas over at the Afghan used car dealership? Like, what the hell? Who are you fighting? The fact that we're supposed to believe any of this gunfight is just bananas.
Well, what this reminds me of is, you remember we did The Covenant, which we loved The Covenant. Covenant was an awesome movie, but we compared it to Lone Survivor, and how Lone Survivor in their firefights, it was believable. Like, you were there was emotion. And The Covenant was just kind of like, going through the motions. That's how I feel about this. Like, we're just going through the motions. Like, I feel like
no one could get hurt.
Exactly. SEAL Team does a good job of making you feel kind of like you're part of it. You know, but this one is just, it's lacking all the emotion.
And you're just so close. That's what another thing about Lone Survivor is that when you're seeing these people, they're far away or they're moving in on you and it's game over. Like, that's the distance you feel in a real life gunfight. It's either far away and you're trying to hit a hard shot to get them out of the game and they're trying to get you out of the game, or it's really close and it's bad, bad, bad. And shit has hit the fan and it's like DEFCON 5.
And you would feel it, but you don't feel from their actions that it's bad, bad, bad.
Right. This is just it's a horrible gunfight scene, and this is the intro to the entire series. So you could put all the gear, you could put all the equipment, you could try to hire an actor that's good at being a drag queen, but at the end of the day, like, it's not easy to be a good operator and to portray a good operator in a movie or in a show.
Like, I could see one of the guy's helmets, and it was clearly, which again we saw in the Covenant, clearly a bump helmet. It was the multicam pattern bump helmet. It was so clean, and like all their gear is like so clean. It's not worn and believable. Everything matched. Like you talked about in SEAL Team, how like they didn't match, and it was like more believable that way.
Right. It's like you're piecing together your own equipment, which we do on the ODAs all the time.
What do you like to wear?
What do you like to have?
What works for you?
I want my helmet. In the ODAs, I didn't want my helmet to have a cover on it. So all these guys got these Gucci covers, and it's got Velcro on it, and you all this Gucci shit. I thought that was the dumbest idea ever because I wanted tape along my helmet, so that way when I'm placing demo, how many times you get to the place where the door is covered in dust or the demo doesn't stick, and then you need a backup piece of tape that you could place over the demo. Yeah. So I like to have my helmet slick with 2 strips of demo or 2 strips of Gorilla Tape going down there with a pull tab on it. And sure as shit, every time we were in training, the door would get dusty, or it was those Home Depot doors that didn't stick very well. And I would be able to go, hang on, and then stick it, and then we would still be able to do the breach. Instead of having to say, failed breach, crack a yellow chem light, toss it on the failed breach, and then hit an alternate breach.
And for ours, like, I know I always have my helmet painted. And so all of us had it painted a different type of way, basically. It's all shooter's preference.
Right.
So it's not all going to be like, oh, here's all your brand new kit. And everybody's like, oh, thanks. Let's go out and get a firefight right now.
Put it on and get dressed up and go out there.
Oh, this one looks good.
Yeah, it's teeth, bro.
I know.
Oh,
so he was like,
He comes in, does a fire mission. It's like 25 meters from their position.
Yeah.
It's so close. And I don't understand. You have fire superiority. You have everyone on a line. You have a berm. You're firing over that whole one compound. It's one house. Leave 3 guys. It's basic tactics. Leave 3 guys to do suppressive fire while you get up and start moving. As soon as you get too close, you say shift fire, so they can keep firing off to the right. You don't even have to be hitting anything. They could just be doing sporadic fire. So call shift fire. Now they're shooting the building. Now they shift fire to the right. Now the people in the building still think they're being shot at.
Yep.
And that gives us the time to flow into the building.
Heads are down. Yep.
Heads are down. Kill everybody inside. Why would you need to call in a fire mission? And most likely, those people inside that building, they could survive that fire mission. And then you're going to have to do the CQB to limit of advance anyways.
Right.
Which limit of advance is you push all the way through the objective, clear it, limit of advance, and then you say LOA, LOA, LOA. And that way everybody knows they push past through all the enemy territory, and you could back clear. You don't just say, oh, all right, we're good. Well, you might have missed somebody. Now you calm down, you refocus, and then you back clear to the start, and that's when you know that you're good. and then you guys can start going through and clearing kind of freely.
Yeah.
So there's just all kinds of tactics that were missed in this. It's just a really, really bad scene.
Yeah, they just went for like, oh, what's going to be the big spectacular moment?
Yeah.
Let's shoot some rockets, which, by the way, the helicopter had no rocket pods on it whatsoever.
Yeah.
It was just a Black Hawk that went through and just like...
Did a strafing run over top of it, which, again, everyone could have survived inside.
Yeah.
These Afghan huts are really hard to penetrate. And so, like, we've had strafing runs from Black Hawks that go over and hit tree canopies, and the people don't die underneath. So you're telling me inside that house, there's a really good chance that they could survive, depending on what you're shooting, the artillery. So just don't do it. You would just do CQB, just basic stuff that infantrymen would do to clear through that area and kill everybody inside.
But it doesn't look as cool.
Right.
Well, I'm going to be a girl soon, too.
That's pretty good for you, Bear. Good for you.
Yeah. And we want you to be the godfather. Come on.
It's easy, okay? I'm honored, but you know me.
Say no?
I don't know. Let me see it one more time. Okay, yeah, I'm in. Congratulations.
Yo, that was the most
funny.
awkward scene I've ever seen in my entire life. He's like, hey, man,
I got some news.
I want you to be the godfather. And he's like, nah. he's like, how would you say no? I was like, because that's a fetus. I have nothing to do with it. Like, I didn't make that. I wasn't responsible for any of this. I don't even like you. I'm just your team sergeant. I'm like a raging alcoholic, and I can't wait to get the off this team.
Oh, that's funny.
Like, he wanted nothing to do with this guy's baby.
He just forced him into it.
He just
got
forced
the entire
him.
team
Yeah,
there.
He's so awkward.
Like, oh, come on, guys. Tell him.
He's like, please, please say yes.
Oh,
like,
fuck, all right.
I need your approval. And then he finally said yes. So this is just the weirdest scene ever. And I just picture the director is like, yeah.
Yeah, again, and I hate to keep bringing it back to this, but you talked about in one of the SEAL team episodes we had how authentic the team room banter was.
Yeah.
And this is an example of how not to do it, right?
It's horrible.
It doesn't happen like this. Like, everybody would be, like, making fun of this guy in the background. Like, that baby's probably not even yours. You know, like, whatever it is, right? But
Like,
they're all just so genuine. They're like, oh, yeah, dude.
We're so happy for you. Like, no, dude. You would go up and tell him in private, and it's like, hey, bro, I'd like you to be the godfather.
Exactly.
And like, you would know that that's your homie and that that's a normal thing to do. And you'd be like, of course, dude, I'd love to do that. Instead, he's like, no.
Instead, confronting him with you and your posse, backing him into a corner.
I don't want to be the godfather.
You're going to be the
baby.
godfather.
He's like, well, no one else, everyone else said no already, so you have to do it. He's like, oh, fuck, all right, I'll do it.
Who's got Mutaki? Calder. It's not Mutaki. Amigo? This one either. God damn. Billy 1-1, clear. Check this out.
All right, so it was almost a dope scene.
Yeah.
I like
That's
that
what I
they
was
have
thinking.
different weapon selections, so instantly you're just seeing like different setups, and it's like that's realistic. So
Right.
I'm buying into this whole like tier 1 element. I like that they flowed in, but they lost me at the whole like getting one kill and then they just all stop and they're just like,
Right.
it's not him. It's just not how we flow.
What else is in that building that they have not seen so
Right.
far? How many rooms deep does that building go? Is there more floors? Like, we don't get to see all that, but it just seems incomplete at this point.
Yeah,
It's
it's
like they
just-
all just go into the rooms like, papa, all right, game over.
No, that's not how you
Look
do it.
behind a curtain or
Yeah.
something, you know?
Continue your search. You're not just gonna go nods up and be like, all right, we shot one guy in here. There's probably only one, so we're
Yeah.
good. No, we're gonna continue to flow. Check for other doors. If there's curtains, rip them aside in case there's like secret walls.
Yeah.
Continue a search. Like, do a good search of that room quietly and efficiently. And then once you float around, then you could check your handiwork and look at the dead body and be like, nah, it's not him or something. You know, it's like, you got work to do.
You know, it's funny as you talk about looking to see if there's false walls. That's one thing we learned when I got to go to the SSE, which is Sensitive Site Exploitation course. And so we go to this course and they teach you how to look because, like you said, you can go somewhere. There could be false walls in buildings. They're called hidey holes. There might be somebody hiding within that wall that you don't know is there because it looks like a normal wall. But when you're outside looking at the dimensions of the building, you're like, wait a second, crap's not adding up here. So it's one thing they teach you to look for. And like these guys just dropped all security immediately.
Instantly.
They're all just like pulling up their nods, dropping their guns, like about to crack a beer, just like it's over.
So chill, so quick, and they're talking like everything's normal. It's just not realistic. We're gonna flow in. If there's a target, bam, 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 take them out, and then check. Rip curtains off the walls. If they have pictures hanging on the walls that could be big enough to hide a hidey hole, anything that looks suspicious, closets, anything. You're just gonna flow through, and then you're gonna give a look around. And then once everyone stopped working, because everyone knows how to do their job, they're gonna be working. So finding work is what we call it. You're gonna be looking for places to search, you're gonna be looking for work to do. Once everyone's done working, you could give a quick check around, all the operators are stopped moving, now you know that the work has been done. And you're still not gonna be like, got him, bros.
Yeah, chilling on the couch.
It's not time for selfies and cracking beers. You know, you'll do a little head nod, and then you could be like, you know, giving each other some hand signals, a quick nod, like, we good, clear, room clear, something. But it just shows the lack of experience when they just flow in, they're like, kill the one guy and instantly are done.
Right.
Like, how do we know there's
In real life, you just gave up every tactical advantage you had. Like, you were still on the offensive, and now they're just all of a sudden just like, bleh.
We're chilling.
We're done.
Yeah, I don't like it.
Good day's work, boys.
Don't like it. Don't like it. There's more work to be done. Do the work.
Goddamn savages.
They're just sitting there dead.
Rip!
Don't do that shit, man.
Jesus. Rip!
Hey, we got a quarter.
That's gotta be Mutaki.
What did we just say? What did we just say?
So you didn't do a good clear. Oh, so many issues with it. You didn't do a good clear, and now Bukkake is just suddenly running out the back.
We got Bukkake squirting all over the place.
Bukkake squirting. And it's like, if you would have actually done a solid clear, you would have known that Bukkake was there, and he wouldn't be squirting all over your objective. So do the search. We literally just talked about it. Where was Bukkake hiding, and how did you not find him already? That's issue number one. Issue number two, what kind of sense does it make to start scalping someone on the objective? And then the guy that you just asked to be the godfather of your baby is just like, stop.
Like, hey, remember that whole Godfather thing?
Yeah, never mind.
You're a psycho.
Yeah.
Not doing that.
And then he continues to defend him throughout the series. Like, bro, he's a psychopath. You're scalping somebody?
Yeah.
That's so far beyond, like, issues of a modern day soldier. Like, we have issues, a lot of us have PTSD, a lot of us go through a lot of scalping someone on the objective is way beyond that.
That is like the war crime of all war crimes, right?
Dude, you're
You're not scalping people.
You're going so far back to, like, you're talking about all the way back to, like, Vietnam, to where they've been there for like a year and a half straight.
Cutting people's ears off and shit.
Yeah, they're losing their minds because they're just getting treated like they're living in the jungle. They have no support. Like, that's the kind of time frame you're going back to. My guy, you were in your bed 2 days ago.
Yeah, the only place he's going back to is Leavenworth.
Right.
For a long time.
Bro, you went from your bed to a mission brief to flying to the objective to jumping off, and now you're so traumatized, you're willing to cut a dude's scalp off?
With zero hesitation.
Right. And the guy just said, don't do that.
No, stop.
And
then just tosses it all.
And then he throws, this is a 3, he throws his own knife. Like, bro, you don't want your own knife anymore? Like, are you just done? You still got, don't forget Bukkake. What if you gotta stab Bukkake?
Maybe you gotta one scalp somebody else. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe you're just leaving a bunch of evidence on the scene of your crime because you just murdered somebody and cut his scalp off. It wasn't murder, but it was definitely a war crime when he decided to start scalping him. And then you just left all the evidence to that.
Exactly.
You're like, that guy, he comes in bald, he's like, that guy scalped me. And then I'm like, prove it. And you're like, there's his knife right here. Like,
you see all the skin that's gone?
Yeah. Look at my head. Look at the DNA on that knife.
I'm bald. I wasn't bald.
He did that. Now check the handle for his DNA because he did that. Now they'd be like,
yep.
Where's some talkie?
I don't know, man. They don't tell me anything. I swear to God, he was supposed to be here. Maybe he heard you guys coming.
You the one who killed those kids?
No, it was Abdul. It was something personal. You know how these Hachis are, man. Please, my fucking leg, man. Where's your medic?
Why'd you run then?
I was scared. Your guys went all Geronimo in there. You saw what he did. Please, I want to go home. Please. No! What the fuck?
Yeah, that's illegal.
He was a threat. He surrendered.
That's
bro,
illegal.
seriously? Like, War Crime 2 in
he was
one
a
mission.
Not only was he on his knees, hands were in the air, and he was an American.
He's American.
Holy
And then you just shoot him in the face and call him a threat? This is why I hate this show. Like, don't make it so unbelievable. I get that you have to have a protagonist and you want to make him a bad guy and then you want the other guy to come support him because he's the godfather, but like, who would want the psychopath to be the godfather to their kid? And then this guy's just so out of his mind.
Yeah. Like, bad things have happened. There have been people that have done a couple of these things, right? But the fact, like, this guy is just all of those dudes rolled into one, like, it's...
Nah, he's
it's
trash.
wild.
He's
Yeah,
trash.
it's trash.
Like you could murder your own teammate legally at this point. Like, bro, you're killing people. Like, I gotta stop you.
Yeah.
Like, we should, as a team, you should slam him down and put him in flex cuffs.
Right.
Call for an exfil and put him on the bird and say, court martial, we'll fill you in later and we'll give you a breakdown. But
if you saw your team sergeant doing this shit, like, you're gonna stop this guy.
Yeah,
Like, this is because now if you don't, you're gonna be in trouble too.
yeah, you're culpable for all this. Like, you watched him scalp somebody,
And then
and then you watched him shoot an American in the head. Like, you were just gonna wait for
I'll
what?
be like, yeah, you know what? That looks bad.
Yeah.
That looks bad.
Well, now you say
I see
it like
what
that.
you're getting at
I was
here.
like, it sounds pretty rough. Yeah.
Anyways, he was gonna be the godfather to my kid.
Yeah. So I had this emotional connection to him before he did all of that.
Jeez.
Like, what a stupid show.
The girl's inside. Now!
Him and that, and they like take your. What a stupid scene. First of all, why? Why do they insist on making all the bad guys cover their face like that? Like, go to all these countries and you point out one person that's walking around with their face covered.
Fucking hot.
It's too hot for that shit. Why does every bad guy got to be fully covered?
Yeah.
What do they think they're doing? Do they think they're making them more evil by not showing a face?
More mysterious.
It looks stupid. You're saying these are the bad guys, you're the good guys, and we're gonna make it super obvious. And then second, the fact that everyone's lined up in a tree line
Yeah.
with AK-47s pointed at you, and you're gonna take 4 or 5 of them out with a pistol, and the worst stance possible. Let's talk about John Wick. Like, Keanu Reeves actually learned how to shoot a gun, so he's shooting a gun like operators would shoot a gun.
Yeah.
This guy's like, hey,
Boom,
hey,
boom, boom,
hey.
boom, boom. He's probably at the end going like this. Whew.
Check your back. Check your back.
What?
First, by the way, if you guys don't know, that's the dumbest shit ever. Shoot. Check your back. Check your back. Check your back. I'm gonna let you in a little secret. That's something SF guys made up to sell to civilians. So if you're taking a course from an SF guy and he's saying shoot, check your back, check your back, check your back. He's just trying to make you feel cool. You're getting had.
that's funny. That's
Nobody
funny.
does that.
And you charge extra for that. Check
He
your back.
hey, if we charge them $2,000 a course, we could tell them to check it back.
It's like the guys that teach the broom clang where like you go like this around the corners.
Hey. That's so stupid, dude.
All right, but I want to say something positive.
Oh, here we go.
Okay, so I understand that he was standing there like John Wayne shooting these dudes coming out of the trees, but I do like the fact
He looked
that
like he was trying not to shit on his boots, bro. He looked like he was squatting in the woods like,
I like the fact that they didn't go so far where he was a one-man wrecking crew. Like, he got the drop on a couple dudes.
That's true.
And then he got taken down. So I did like that, right? It's pretty realistic. No matter how well-trained you are, if you got 8 dudes coming out of the trees, somebody's probably going to get you. Especially when you're standing still in the middle right
Think
there.
about 8 dudes coming out of the trees. Why wouldn't they just start blasting you?
Why would they come out of the trees? Why not hide behind a tree and just shoot him? Like, yeah.
That's true. Why come out of the tree?
Tactically,
just
they had
stay
the
behind
cover.
the tree and just be like, brah, brah,
They
brah,
had the
brah.
concealment back there. Like, they could have
That's true.
shot him.
Why
but-
give it up? It's cover and concealment. A
Yeah,
tree
you had
is
a tree.
cover and concealment.
Exactly.
So you're right. Why give that up to come out so you lose any guys? Just initiate the ambush from the tree. That's a great point. Initiate the ambush from the tree line. Nobody sees where you are. They have cover and concealment. Everybody that has a gun is dead, to include which is just that guy. And then you initiate your ambush. So the whole thing is just stupid. What a lame ass show.
I love it when you hate something so
Dude,
much.
I hate this show, dude.
It's like Terminalist. You're like, I want to say something positive. It's like, no, you're not saying anything positive. This show sucks.
Yeah, you're right. I hate the show, and I can't help myself when I hate a show. And it's to my demise sometimes because a lot of people that will like the show, like Terminalist, how that show keeps coming back up is because so far, everything I've hated, people generally agree with me about, except Terminalist. So many people like Terminalist, and it's like this with Terminalist. And I'm going to fight to the fucking tooth and nail to the very fucking end until you guys accept that, yeah, Terminalist pretty much blows ass.
I can't wait till we have, what is it, Chris Pratt? Right? Is that his name? I can't wait till we have Chris Pratt right here debating with both of us. I'm like, yeah, it's a cool show. And you're like, no, it's not. I want to see that.
I would sit here and argue with Chris Pratt. And I don't just say that. I would think it would be really fun to be like, Chris, why did you do that? Because I guarantee you his response would be like, well, that I kind of had to do because of this. Or he would have reasonings. He would have reasons for the things that I would like just be outright against. But Chris Pratt can't help the fact that the show should have been a movie. Chris Pratt can't help the fact that the scenes were long and drawn out and overused. But also, this guy can't help that 6 is just a bag of ass show. But 6 only made it 2 seasons. What do you think Terminalist is going to make it to?
I think it's going all 5. It's supposed to go 5 seasons. It's like a 5-series book.
Me? So
we'll see.
If 6, as garbage as this show is, could make it to season 2, it doesn't say much about a show making it to a second season. So let's see if Terminalist can make it to season 3.
We'll see.
But I can't wait for season 2 of Terminalist because I'm hopeful that it comes out and maybe somehow those guys, even though they hate us, they watched this show and they said, maybe we could shorten up these scenes and maybe we should shorten this series so it doesn't suck all the time.
I can't wait till it comes out and one of the guys in there's name is Buck.
And he gets killed immediately. It's like, what's up, guys?
He does the stupidest thing ever.
Yo, it would be hilarious. He's like, my name's Buck. And it's the only guy in any series to ever make it 3 seconds long.
First 5 seconds.
He walks up, what's up, Buck? Headshot, he's out.
I will die.
And I'll watch him and be like, we'll jump on season 2 and I'm like, this show's great. I don't have anything to say. All right, guys. Hope you enjoyed that episode of Beers and Breakdowns. We will be back in the studio for the next one. I don't know when these even going to drop. We're in Texas right now. We'll be back in the studio in California on the next series. We'll be with Tyler Gray. We'll be with Will Willis. We'll be with Kevin from 18 Alpha. Who else is going to come out?
We got the SEAL coming out. We got a Navy SEAL guy
coming out.
Oh,
and then Guy's coming out, who's another Navy SEAL. We've been talking with Vincent.
Stacked schedule.
We've been talking with Vincent Vargas about getting him on the show. It's been bananas. We started the podcast, and if you guys haven't seen the podcast, it's on Spotify, Better Broken Podcast. For my book that's coming out in January called Better Broken, buy it, don't buy it. Honestly, don't give a fuck. I did the best I could, so listen. I'm just being honest. I'm not paying for views. I'm not begging for views. I'm not begging for buys. I busted my ass on that book. So if it's going to help the people, it's going to help. It's not going to help the people, it's not going to help. Buy it, don't buy it. That's on you. But we started this podcast, and the podcast has been just blowing up. Like, maybe not views, but as much. Like, views have been really good, but it's more that people are, like, excited about it. They see the production value we're putting into it. They see the effort, the freshness, the military side, and we're getting hit up constantly about having more and more guests on. So we're really excited about the podcast. We're so thankful to past guests and to future guests. And you never know, maybe something like Wine and Rations 2.0?
Again?
What?
Coming back?
But.
Maybe.
But. Who would co-host with me?
I don't know.
It's got to be a celebrity like Andy, right? It can't.
Well, it's got to be somebody big.
Somebody big. Somebody that people will know.
I don't know.
Nah, it won't happen.
I don't know.
We'll see you guys on the next one.
Stay tuned.
Peace.